ignore the background. I bought a bike the other day and I still haven't dealt with the recycling. I realised when I started editing this, I never really said who I was or set the scene in any way. So hi, my name is Sophie. I make pottery. I have a small little teeny tiny pottery business called As One, and this is what an average week in my life looks like. I went part-time at the end of summer last year to pursue a life of pottery and art making, and it feels like things are slowly starting to come together. That's kind of all I had to say. I just wanted to introduce myself. Enjoy the video. Well, hi. It's been a long time since I made a YouTube video, and I don't know why, but the idea of filming something long form compared to short form feels a bit scary. And today is a glazing day. I have a lot of bisqueware that I need to get glazed. I'm also in the very beginning stages of building a collection, which for me is very visual and very intuitive, and I have like some loose ideas. I find glazing really difficult when I don't have that kind of vision in my head fully locked in. So I think a lot of today as well is going to be kind of trying to finalize the overall look and feel that I want this collection to have. That will make the glazing decisions that I make a lot easier, because otherwise a lot of the time what I'll do is I'll just be like, well, I'll just try this, and then it won't work out and I'll regret it. This is a commission that I was working on. I made a bunch of fantasy themed cups and mugs. I want to say like spring last year, and somebody messaged me and was like, hey, you made this unicorn and castle cup, can we alter it and make it kind of Mazzy Star themed? And I said, hey, that's the greatest prompt that anyone could have given me, of course. And so this is that commission. We went with a little swan and some little stars. I love working with underglazes like this. Like, sitting and creating these little paintings on a mug is so soothing and therapeutic. So I love doing this, but at the same time sort of have had such bad luck with underglazes recently that I also simultaneously hate working with them because they've been so hit or miss. But luckily this one came out really nicely, so I'll show you it a bit later on. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm almost finished on the commission. I just have a few more tiny little details to add. I think it's coming out very cute. I have mixed feelings about underglazes because sometimes they come out really well and sometimes they're just not the best. So I'm really hoping that this one comes out really nicely in the kiln, but I just have a few more final details to add and then that's done and I can move on to some other things, but that's kind of what I'm going to do for the night.
Son, I've been an attorney for 45 years.
It's a really nice spring day and I kind of wanted to do some glazing in the garden, but some of the glazes that I think I want to use are actually at the pottery studio and not here, so I think I might have to just pack up and go to the studio, which will still be nice, and I focus a lot better there as well because there's literally nothing else to do, obviously. I think I'm going to pack up and go to the studio and leave my sweet angel puppy dog at home, which is always sad, but needs must. Change of plan, I just sat and made the whole mood board. I always think I get so convinced at the mood board stage when I create the colour palette and the inspiration and everything and just create like one visual place for that to all exist. When I finish making them, every single time I'm convinced it's going to be my best collection yet. I just get so excited to start seeing feeling that I've had manifest itself into like something more visual. It's very exciting, although that took me so long, but now I don't have enough time to go to the studio and do some glazing. So I'm going to quickly race down there, get some clay, and instead I'm just going to make a load of mugs so that I can do a glazing day on sometime next week. Good morning, it's Sunday
and I'm currently on a dog walk. Been doing a bit of like content stuff this morning, like doing my content strategy and planning out some content for the week. I want to get more serious about it this year because I have some plans to grow, goals that I want to achieve, I suppose. So yeah, just thinking about it a little bit more seriously. So that's what I've been doing for the morning, and now I'm on a dog walk and it's a beautiful day, so warm and sunny. I'm really regretting wearing this fleece.
We are back from the walk and we are feeling fresh. I have some travel mugs to make. I don't actually know if people are going to want them, so we're doing a bit of a test and learn. I'm probably going to make like 5 because that feels like a reasonable amount to make. I don't know if people are going to want them. I don't know, I've not asked, so we'll see. But I made a start on making them yesterday, and then the rest of the stuff I need to do is just making mugs and doing content stuff. But I need to write a to-do list because my head is swimming with things that I think I need to do, and I just need to organise my brain a little bit because we're rapidly running out of time. Like, I dilly-dally so much that it's 3 o'clock and I'm just starting my day, so that's that. I always dream that I'll like go for a full working day and like do everything I need to do and then be able to kind of finish at a normal, reasonable time. But because I always start so late, I have to finish late. One of these days I'll be organised, I swear. Hi, it's been a while. It's been a minute since I picked up the camera. I think it was honestly like 2 weeks ago that I stopped filming, and then things got busy. My normal like 9 to 5 part-time job got insanely busy, and so that became a bit of a focus. And then I don't know, I didn't really have much going on to pick up the camera and talk about. So sorry. But today is an exciting day. I am making fun things today. I want to have a little bit of play with clay. Normally I'm like, let's make mugs, let's make cups, let's try and make as many as we can, blah blah blah. And today I am just having fun, and I want to make some little trinkety things, maybe even have a go on the wheel, maybe make some fun little dishes and things that don't necessarily need to be food safe. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm going to put on something cozy and fun to get the clay out and just see what happens. I'm very, very, very exhilarated and energized at the idea of just not making mugs. Very exciting. I love what I do. Don't get me wrong, this is not a complaint, but it is freeing to be making things that I want to make rather than things that I want to make for a shop update, you know? I feel like a vet, you know, like when you see them with the gloves on, like a livestock. Hi, we're back. We're back in basically the same position. Not my secret snacks. If you have a little creative practice and you haven't integrated play and experimentation recently, please use this as your sign to do that today. I just had the best day yesterday. Like, I haven't had a day like that with clay where I've not made myself make mugs and cups for a shop update or kind of focused on things that I thought maybe other people would like, and I've just made things that I just wanted to make. I've not done that in so long, and I kind of forgot how amazing it feels, honestly. So this is your sign to do the same. I feel like so many little mini revelations come about from doing that as well, like little things where you're like, wait, let me try this, and loving the pinch method. Never thought I'd say that. I have always historically hated it, but for some reason yesterday loved it. Fired out so many little things in such a small amount of time, which compared to the coil method is just a refreshing change. Today, I think we're doing much of the same, but maybe I might actually get on the wheel today. I really want to make those, what are they called? I like bubble plates. I did make a very small one once. I think that might even be on this table. Oh, I can't reach it. Oh, other thing that I need to do, organise the bloody workshop, because I still haven't done that. I need to do that. And not itch my eyes, because I don't know if you can tell from this distance, but oh my god, the hay fever season is upon us. She has arrived in full force and my eyes are screaming at me with irritation. Do you see how red they are? I made the fatal error of like itching them when I came back in from a dog walk, and they fired up. They fired up with such an intense itch, and I just forget every year how bad that feeling is. It catches me off guard every year, so that's fun. I might get changed because I don't want to get this ruined with clay. But other than that, not much else to say, lads. Okay, this was the first time I was throwing on the wheel in like 6 months, I want to say, and there is something about when I put the camera on and record myself throwing, I forget everything. I get camera shy, I can't really do anything anymore. It's really distracting, so I only filmed myself making these 2 little practice cylinders. I'm not gonna lie, like this one that I'm making now, I really fully intended to make one of those little bubble dishes, and my brain froze it blank. I didn't know what to do, so I just made a little cylinder instead, and I just had to shut the camera off in the end. But yeah, I hand build everything. I just prefer it. I think I feel way more connected to the clay. It's very simple, you don't need anything really, and I enjoy that connection that I have to the clay. I find wheel throwing, I don't know, there's like I think maybe because I don't do it and I'm not as good at it, and it stresses me out a little bit because it's like there's a lot going on, there's a lot to think about, and it's just not the most grounding experience, which hand building really is for me. So yeah, but every now and then I get the urge, what can I say? And today was great, and yeah, I don't know. Oof, my back is killing me right now. That was fun though. I haven't been on the wheel in a really long time, so I didn't share a lot of that because I get camera shy. There's something about me filming when I'm like throwing that makes me just forget how to do anything. Not to mention the fact that I haven't thrown, I would say, in like over 6 months, which is crazy actually. But anyway, that was fun. My back's killing. Sometimes people ask me as well what pottery wheel I use, and I use the really cheap one from Amazon. Would I recommend it? Yeah. If you're just getting into pottery and you don't know how much you're going to be doing it, or you just kind of want to dabble, if you're a beginner and all of that stuff, like I would recommend it because it does the job. Thing is that you are going to have to make adjustments because the thing sits like 1.5 feet off the ground, which is fucking insane. And it does wobble, which I do get a bit annoyed about. Like, maybe it's because I'm not good at throwing, like, I don't know, but when I'm centering and like the weight that I'm putting onto the wheel, as well as the weight of the clay, like I will like push the wheel, or like the wheel will wobble or something, which is just when you're throwing, like you don't want your wheel to be wobbling. So that does get annoying. But ultimately, you're paying like £150 instead of £1,000, so you have to kind of expect these things, you know. But my back it's a shrimp. It's been in a shrimp position for the last like 2.5 hours, so I feel like I need to do some yoga to just stretch out a little bit. But I fear I have to end this video now. I've been filming this for about 4 weeks now, and I need it to end because otherwise it's never going to end. And so yeah, we've got to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. It's been lovely hanging out with you. I am going to be posting more on Instagram and TikTok about the lead up to the launch. So if you're interested in the next pottery shop update, it will probably be at the end of May. So stay tuned for that, and definitely follow my Instagram and TikTok, because that is going to be where I'm like talking about the launch dates and all of that stuff. So follow that if you're interested. And yeah, let me know if you want to know more about pottery, if you want to know more about the process, or if there's any kind of ideas or things that you're intrigued about, or ideas you want for like future videos and stuff. Please let me know. More Liz. Okay, I get really weird when I say goodbye, so I have been filming this outro about 1,000 times because I keep getting weird. Like I don't know why I can't just say goodbye and leave it there. Like that's a full sentence. Hey, don't need to say any more. I keep saying more. Thank you for watching, and if you liked it, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I shall see you in the next one.